Good afternoon and good morning. Well, we are here Friday the 18th of June. The weekend is now upon us. Many of us will class Friday as the weekend, at least the start of the weekend. Big day here in the UK now. You know, don't want to get, in competition, but big game apparently football-wise. We've got England versus Scotland. I think I'm going to be locking myself in my house, I think, today, because a lot of English supporters with their flags out, the music going in my street today. So yeah, keep myself safe. But yeah, big day, so big support to all over the UK. As I say, don't know a lot about football, I just know they're playing. Anyway, it also means we've got a great big day lined up on Crafters TV. It is, of course, Friday, with it being a launch day. Now, we even gave you, do you know something? Well, we were teasing you to no ends over the last couple of days when it comes to launch day. So launch day is all about our cute character box. I done a Facebook Live last night. I done 2 hours and 15 minutes where we showed you the concept and we went in all depth as to what to expect. We're going to be doing that again slightly within Wake Up Call before we come into the launch. So the launch being 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then Colour Me Happy. Actually, there's another launch within there as well, and we really have been teasing you over the last, I would say, about the week or so as to what's going to be within that launch. Something brand new from Spectrum Noir. We revealed it in full detail last night on Cartload, and that, of course, is our Glossy highlights. Already busy on our website for that one, so that's going to be with the boss. She's going to be in with Colour Me Happy, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. But with it being Sarah, with it being Colour Me Happy, and a lot of Spectrum Noir, we've got Spectrum Noir mystery bags. Now, if yesterday was anything to go by, I think you're going to be loving this one, that is for sure. So Sarah and Joe are going to be coming in with that one there later on in the day. What I'm going to do, if you're relatively new to us at Crafters TV and Wake Up Call, throughout this show I have taken usually round about 4 picks as to what's coming up throughout the day, and I'm going to highlight them within Wake Up Call, where we're going to look at them in a bit more detail, and then we're also going to be demoing certain ones. So we are going to be having a look at the launch date. We're going to be having a look at the Glossy highlights. We're going to be having a look at the acrylic paint pens. That's also what Sarah's got in Colour Me Happy. And you know what? We'll do a little bit of colouring with our Spectrum Noir advanced markers. Then what we've also got as well, Ben's actually popping in, not live, but he's going to be popping in with a little bit of a video that he's been doing with his kids for Father's Day. But do you know, all of that and even so much more, because it's still Members Week, you know what we're like by now. I need someone to give me a helping hand, and Joe's come back again. Not scared him off just yet for Wake Up Call. Hiya, Joe.
Hello, Craig. Yes, it is Friday. Happy weekend, everyone. Craig's on holiday next week as well. He's really in that holiday mood, Craig, aren't you? You're all packed, ready to go. How many Yankee candles are you taking with you?
I'll take a few wax melts, although in saying that, I have got my mum started on them over the last few years, so I don't need to worry about too much. And it has been the case of, excuse the pun, taking out my case. So it's like, I don't want to pack just yet, not just yet. Don't want to get too excited yet. I've still got today to go. So I think tonight will be the night where I'm packing. And,
I do that thing where I pack like 3 days before, Craig, have I got everything, and then have to unpack everything the day I leave to make sure I've got the thing that was absolutely in there anyway. It is a jam-packed day. It is still, of course, Members Week, which means so much goodness is coming your way. Double points on absolutely everything that you'll see in shows and also across on our website. Today's free gift as well is the All About You stamp set that you've got here. It is an absolutely gorgeous collection. It's one of those where you can kind of curate your own sentiment, which is fun. Every single order that's over £10 or dollars will get one of those added. What I would also say, get over to the website, look at the deals on adhesive, Gemini accessories, and also cardstocks that are over there too. Craig also spoke about it a moment ago. There's a fun little quiz. It is Father's Day here, of course, on Sunday in the UK. Ben has had a bit of a quiz with his family. So George and Daisy, he sat down and asked them 10 questions about himself, and they answered. We've got a fun video about it later in the show. I'd love to know how many you think his kids managed to get right about him. 10 questions. Who's going to win, George or Daisy? You let me know in the comments. And also, it's a great place for you to get any other questions or comments into me as well. Crafters TV, if we are across on Facebook, if you're over on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. It's Crafters Companion over there. But we're going to be taking you into the weekend. It's a big show. It's a launch and then also another launch. It's like double launch day, Craig, really, isn't it?
It is. It really, really is. So if you thought yesterday was big and huge, then we are obviously ending the week before we go into the weekend with a cracking day on Crafters TV. So let's have a look and see what's coming up in launch day. Maybe you weren't able to join in my Facebook Live last night. This is the first opportunity you're going to get to be seeing what is exactly coming up within the launch. This is all about the cute character box. So this is the Stamp and Die collection. You've got 73 elements included, plus you're getting a quick dry, you're getting a plume within this one there, smoke plume within this collection here. Now everyone is going to be paying £25 or $35. Platinum price though, however, you're going to be £20 or $28. Everyone gets double points, and of course that will qualify you for the free gift as well. Does work out, the UK and Europe are saving over 25% and the US of A are saving over 20%. But that's what's coming up in launch day. So you're able to make these really, really cute character boxes. They are dimensional, however, what you can do is you can fold completely flat. However, you can create your scenes. So we've got the forest, we've got the unicorn and the fairy, and we've even got the teddy bears as well. So super, super cute when it comes to those ones there. We're going to show you how you can create them, assemble them, and get creative with them. So that's going to be coming up in 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. Then what we're going to do, this is actually coming up in Colour Me Happy. However, I'm going to be using it in Wake Up Call and also in launch day as well. And this is our brand spanking new Spectrum Noir Glossy Highlights. This is a clear overlay. Now this little bottle here, I say little, it is 60ml, trust me, it's going to last you such a long time. Now this is going to give you the clear dimensional glossy medium, highlights and accessories that you can see within this bit. It's going to give you the accent elements to your projects too. It dries really hard and it gives you a protective clear finish. Goes on a bit cloudy at first but then dries crystal clear. Included, I'm going to go through mine just shortly, but it gives you the pristine and it gives you that nice fine tip as well. So you've got the nice secure lid so you don't have to worry about it clogging or drying, anything like that. It's Spectrum Noir, so you know it's the best of the best as well. Non-toxic, acid-free as well, so if you do want to have the kiddies playing with it, then you can do. It can work as an adhesive as well, but what I would say as a crafter, most of you will be the same. Don't use it as an adhesive. You want to keep it for adding all those, you know, the embellishment parts, or your clear overlay, maybe like the rainfall, the highlights within the eyes or parts of the bodies, all that sort of parts. You're going to be able to use them for. Do you know what? While it's wet, sprinkle glitter on as well. Makes really, really sparkly, if you so wish. Everyone individually are going to be paying $5.99 or $6.95. Platinum, even although it is brand new, it's Members Week, so Platinum £4.79, $5.56, and you're still going to get double points. Personally, if you can, if you go for a couple, because you are going to use it, it will last a long time, but if you can then go for maybe a couple, then you know that you've always got one back there, because once you start using it, what will then happen is you're going to find more and more ways to add that little bit of different accent, that little bit of even sparkle if you do want to use the glitter on. But the main thing is it dries crystal clear and it really finishes off your projects just beautifully. So that's what's coming up within Colour Me Happy with Sarah. She'll go over it in a lot of detail as well, but what she'll also do is she'll start to incorporate, which is going to be the first chance she'll have had to do a show on these ones, I believe, the acrylic marker pens here. We are going to be having a look at them again in Wake Up Call. We've got a little glass jar that we're going to do a little bit of decoration on, but these ones here are your acrylic paint markers. Now within these ones here, you've got your 4 different sets in total. Now it is going to be saving 20% within these ones here. Everyone's going to be paying £25 or $32, but Platinum are £20, $25.60. So even then, if you just go for that alone, that will take you well over the £10, $10 or €10 mark to get that free gift. Also double points as well. Now when it comes to these ones, what you can be doing is doing all of your different materials, such as your plastics, your brickwork, your woodwork, your glass, all these things, maybe things like your stones, if you like to decorate stones and then pop them about at the seaside or maybe in your street or that, so then you can get all the people be kind of like hunting for them and looking for them. Really, really on trend at the moment, and this is exactly what you want to be using when it comes to them. So 4 sets, however, it works out as 16 pens in total, and there's loads of things you could do. What I would suggest as well, if you've already got them, because they launched just not that long ago, just less than a week ago basically, or if you go for them, always have a look, not only the ideas on our website, but Pinterest as well. Amazing ideas how to use them. But both of them is what's coming up in Colour Me Happy with Sarah. But that's not the only thing. You can see, apart from launch day, my other picks are all from Colour Me Happy, with it being Friday. And this is our Spectrum Noir. This is our discovery kits. This one here is the full discovery kit there. 135 elements in total. Now $98.95 here in the UK, $136.75. If you are, of course, platinum, that comes all the way down to $79.16, or comes all the way down to $109.40. So this is a little bit of an idea that you can do, but if you like to do your creative colouring, maybe you want to do your watercolouring, maybe you want to do your mandalas, maybe you want to work on your illustrations, a nice array of colour mediums, all from some incredible artists that step you through what you can be creating. You've got the booklets, you've got the pens, you've even got the starter pages to start colouring if you so wish. So you're able to use that one there. Now you're saving over 30% within that one. So as I said a moment ago, platinum price $79.16 or $109.40 for that one. Double points, free gift as well. So it's a really good one that you maybe want to check that one out. Either way, don't miss launch day. We're going to be having a look at that just next as it is, but then we're going to be having a look at the glossy highlights. We're going to look at the acrylic marker pens. Then we're going to be having a look at the advanced discovery kits as well. So as you can see, usually I go for 3 picks. I did pick 4 today, but we're going to get really creative today, Joe. We really are.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is a jam-packed Colour Me Happy show that is coming your way now. It is Members Week, so what we needed to do was for Members Week have a really special Get It, Got It Good, and I think we've done that. And this week's Get It, Got It Good is, of course, the Totally Tiffany Buddy Bag Collection. Now in here, you're going to get 6 bags. So you've got Sue, Barbara, Terry, Monica, Teresa and Sarah. Now they are great for a whole host of different things, whether you're using them for crafty storage or general storage around the house. Some of these make great drawer organisers also. They are clear with the vinyl and that hook and loop technology, so it means that they keep everything nice and secure. They do all store, of course, into the lowest tote. So if you have the lowest tote, this modular storage will work beautifully within there. They also work great on shelves and just generally anywhere. Even some of these are brilliant in the car and on the go. Brilliant for travelling too. £23 or $33 is your price on those just there. Excellent. Loads of you tuning in and saying hi from all over. Loads of you letting me know you've already ordered those glossy accents and loving them. Linda's in from Maryland. I can see Felicia in Ohio, Felicia. Laurie is here as well from Idaho. Beverly's in a very wet UK. It seems to be absolutely pouring down today, Craig, everywhere, but here in the northeast, it's beautiful. It was a lovely sunny morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, thank goodness for that, because I've left all of the cushions now outside on my garden furniture. So maybe I'll be lucky and I'll get home to be able to take them in before the rain comes down. They are shower proof, but I wouldn't leave them out in the soaking wet rain. Quite a few comments coming in from the glossy highlights. So what I'll do is I'll quickly pick upon those ones and then we'll go back and start looking at the comments throughout the show. Liz Day on YouTube is saying, is the glossy accents like the Shine In spray? So it's not a spray, it's an actual liquid gel. So we'll show you that just coming up. We'll actually show you coming up after we've done the demo with the launch day. We've got Moira on Facebook saying, I'll ask what I always ask lately, can the glossy accents be used on MDF? Yes, they can do, on wood as well. I think that was actually just the 2 for now. So yes, get your comments and get your questions coming in between myself and Joe. We'll be going through them as well. Got the social chat right along the bottom. So whether it's YouTube or of course whether it is Facebook. Who have we got in charge today? Rachel is our social media guru that is keep in charge of these ones all. Right, let's have a look at this. This is launch day. Now, as I said earlier on, did do a Facebook Live an hour after Cartload finished last night from home, where I stepped you through exactly what you're going to get within this bundle. Now, this is the cute character box die collection, 73 elements. Now, this is a launch day, it's a launch day product, but check out the price.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, I think we were all flabbergasted. Just to say as well,
for Platinum members.
George Square back in the building, that's taken over the reins from Johnny and Charlotte for the next couple of days. Good afternoon, Georgina.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, George.
Good afternoon, everyone.
There we go.
Booming there.
So that's your team for, you're over the weekend, guys, aren't you? Georgina, George has got a couple of days coming off, so there we go. So they are, well, they're in charge today, that is for sure. But yeah, we're all kind of flabbergasted, and there's a reason. Because when you looked at the finished samples a moment ago, and then we'll show you what you're going to make, there is a good way in how we've actually been able to bring the price down when it comes to construction the box. So what we can do first of all is let's have a look at the boards as to what you're going to get. Now, when it comes to the stamping dies, what you're going to get is exactly that. You're going to be getting the stamps that we can see here, and then you've got the dies as well underneath. Now, Joe, when it comes to the boxes that you can make, they're not large boxes.
Okay.
They're really cute, dinky boxes. Hence why the stamps are actually relatively small as well. But then what I want you to think of, penny sliders, twirling characters, use these in conjunction with them. However, all of your little characters you've got, even your larger ones from Nature Garden, even from penny sliders, start to use them within this collection as well if you want to. Mix and match, cross-pollinate all of your crafty goodness. So you've got the stamps, you've got the dies. So this is how they would look if they colour in. I'm going to be using the Tri-Blend brush markers that were uber popular last night on Cartload. So we've got these on the show today as well. And then each of these you get a different aperture die. That's what's going to create the aperture within the box. So that one there is it's got your fairies and it's got your unicorn on that one. So we can see in here, so to be precise, that one was your box filled with glitter. It's not literally filled with glitter, but you could do that.
You could fill it with glitter?
You could, you absolutely could. Ways around that if you so wish. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at one that actually proved really popular on Facebook Live last night here. This one, of course, being our wonderful woodland box. Same idea, where you've got the stamps out like these ones here. Then what you've got, once you've coloured them in using the dies, this is how they look. Your aperture part at the bottom is a different shape here. Maybe you want to start creating your own ones and using all your nesting dies, you can do, but at least we give you an aperture die to start off. These are going to also be good to use in conjunction with your woodland animals, your Nature Garden collection. This is really going to extend them even more because they've got that similar vibe when it comes to that collection. And then on this one here, the really cute birthday bear box. Another different aperture that we can see down here in the bottom. But as we come up to here, you've got the dies, and these die cut perfectly when it comes to the rubber or the stamps that you've got up here, acrylic stamps that we've got. So nice sentiments included, as well as the bears, as well as some balloons and presents. So that's what you're getting. You're also getting smoked plume. This is the quick dry. So if you want to go in straight away with quick dry stamping, then you've got this one to get you started. So that is included here with the collection. But what can you make? Let's show you. Now these fold flat. Now when I say flat, just keep in mind that there's going to be a couple of millimeters because you've got some dimension in with the box. So I'm going to tip it forward. So this is how it would look once it's folded flat. But if we open it up, so we're just going to pull it up, open it up, and there's a little door. Then what you've got is you've got the ability now to create very cute diorama cards if you want to. You can use as many layers as you want. You've got the option to put these panels in as well, but it is so much fun to create because you bring your own colours in, you bring your own pattern papers in. This one here, look at the back. Why not use your embossing folders as well if you want to on the background? It's much like a theatre card as well. A few different ways that you could be calling this style, but it's so much fun. Really is fun. Why not go even further, bringing in acetate, popping it in the background if you want to, bringing in some vellums, materials if you want, and then even using the aperture die to actually create a decoration on the front. But look at that.
Awesome.
What little girl would not love that one? Actually, I say
I'd
little
love that
girl,
one, Craig.
You know, a lot of people would love this style. You can go to absolute town on the way that you decorate these. Keep them very simple, or of course go to town, and that's exactly what we'll be doing in launch day. But what we'll do is we will do a very basic construction of a box to show you how you can start to create it. And I was on about a moment ago, a way in how we were able to get a product, a new product, launch day product, with such incredible value. So we've done the box a little bit different this time. Now you can, if you want, create your own boxes with your scoreboards if you want, but within each of the packaging, you're going to get a little bit of a guide, and it tells you step by step how to construct the box. Now you need to know, well, how do I do a perfect box like you've got in the samples? In each of the packs, you've got a paper template. Now, you don't get the measurements written on it. I'd done that for my Facebook Live last night, and that seemed to be a big help to many of you. So I'm going to post it on my Facebook. So what you can do is you can come along and trace these or photocopy these and then use them as a template. What I've found, Joe, is it's just as quick for me to cut my cardstock to the size that I've written and score it. That's a quick way for me to do it. And many of you at home are saying that that's probably what you will do. So what I've done here to create the actual box template, this is going to be the box. Now I need 2 of these. So what I've already done is cut my white smooth stamping card to 6 1/4 inches by 4 inches. So I've got it that size there, and I've done 2 of those. Then to create the door, as well as the little tabs, what I need is a piece of cardstock that's 4 3/4 inches, also by 4 inches. And then I've got my 2 tabs here. This one here, can you see it's got a little bit of a slope there, Joe?
Yep.
I didn't want a slope.
Okay.
You know, you don't have to, that's the thing. So what I've done is I've just kept my panel straight. This one is 1 inch in height. This one here is 3/4 of an inch in height. So that's my measurements for these ones. And then what I can do, if I bring in my scoreboard, I'm going to go back into my 2 box templates. So if I bring this one back in again, so this one I need to score at 4 inches and then 6 inches on both of them. So let's bring in our 2 bits of cardstock, and then I'm going to score at 4 inches and then at 6 inches, and then that gives me the start of my box, give me my little tab at the side. So if I do this one, I will do the box and the door as well, and then I think we could have a look at a few comments as well.
Lots of questions coming in. What are the stamps made out of, Marcia's asking, Craig?
So it's our acrylic stamps.
Acrylic, awesome.
Stamps.
Mary Kay says, what size are the cards when finished? Great question.
That's a really good question. So what we'll do is let's take our 2 little tabs here, and then we'll measure one of the boxes.
Awesome. Also, Cara, saying, will Sarah let you show the Spectrum 9 mystery bag? I wasn't meant to show it to you at all. In fact, you know what? You know how many went yesterday, Craig? I mean, it was like a mind-blowing amount of mystery bags went yesterday. We hadn't even planned to show it you in this show. Okay. Now, we have more mystery bags today than we did yesterday. And so we have less today than we did yesterday. I know how many went yesterday. I'm already hearing 10% of the mystery bag has gone, Craig. So do you know what? Do you think I should, after this demo, do you think I should do like a tease of the mystery bag?
I think
just
you should.
So people don't miss out, because it went in the last first sort of half an hour, 40 minutes yesterday, didn't it, of our cartload show. I don't even know if this one will make it to the show. Such is the value, and we do have less than the others we had earlier in the week. So, and there's 50 bonus points. I think we should have a little tease after this, don't you, Craig?
I think so. It's Friday. Right. We're just in that weekend.
Just a quick little tease, because as long as you promise not to tell Sarah as well.
Oh, I won't. Don't worry.
She is here. I think she's in meetings though, so I reckon we could get away with it, don't you?
I think so.
Excellent. Okay.
I do.
Deal.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything to her. I think it's great if you get a little bit of a tease as to what you're going to get. Quickly answering that question from Mary Kay. So these are 6 by 4. So 6 inches by 4 inches once they've folded flat, we can see here. And then once they are popped out, then they're 2 inches in depth, that we can see on this side here. So 6 by 4 and 2 inches in depth. And then what I'm going to do here is I've got my 2 panels and I've got them scored and burnished. This one is my door that I've got here. So then what I can do is I'm going to bring in my red liner tape, and the way we would construct any boxes or dimensional boxes, I'm going to put my red liner tape onto each of these tabs here. And then when it comes to popping in the little arms here, it's exactly the same way. Remember our pop-out boxes?
Oh yeah.
It's exactly the same way as them. So we'll see that just in a moment.
And red liner is best for this, is it, Craig?
It is red liner or our tacky glue.
Okay.
But I do tend to use the red liner a lot when it comes to something like this dimensional pop-out box.
Aisha says, yes, I want to see the bag. Please, 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 Joe. Okay, Aisha, just for you. Maybe just a little tease. And also, Susan says, I love these dies. They are so cute. Also, Rachel, our social media superstar, says, watching like a hawk. I shopped ahead for these boxes already. I know some people may have already got these, Craig, when they launched over on HSN in the USA. If you have got them and you've been using them, I'd love to know what you think, but I'd also love to see some pictures during our launch day show, wouldn't you, Craig?
We would. Do you know what I should have done beforehand, Joe? It totally went out my head. You lovely peeps last night on Facebook were telling me that part of what we've got on launch day, it was different to what you got on HSN. Now, because I wasn't on the HSN, I'm not sure what the bundle was, but I think we will find out for you for launch day, just so that we can clarify exactly what is different, if anything is different than what you got on HSN. But a few of you were saying that the bundle you got is different to what we've got, so we will get that clarified for you.
We will, and it'll all be available individually as well, so you will be able to complete your collection in that show, which is awesome.
Now, what I should have done, Joe, too busy chatting, what I needed to do first was cut my aperture. So I've managed to take that apart before it properly stuck down. So what I needed to do first is bringing in my aperture die. This one, what we're doing is we're using the box filled with glitter, and then we're going to pop this one in, because if I had kept that stuck, if I was to then cut that, I'm going to cut through both layers. So this is why it's key that you cut your aperture before you do your assembling of the main box.
Okie doke.
Let's pop this one in, and these are all going to go through at least the MIDI for the aperture, and then all of the small individual ones, all the small individual dies, they're going to go through your mini as well as your go. So that'll be really good to do lots of quick batch making of the stamp and die characters.
Fabulous. Mary Lee says, good morning, Joe and Craig. Good morning, Mary Lee. Another wonderful day in store for all of us, with great demos and deals and banter from you guys. The demos will be great, the deals will be great. I can't guarantee the banter will be great. We'll try, Craig, won't we?
We will
Sometimes
always
it's been
try.
a bit dad jokey this week, so we'll try and do our best. Paula says, mine finally came from HSN yesterday. Can't wait to make some adorable cards today. Maybe people will craft along with us that already have these. Craig,
Hey,
that'd
that's
be
a
lovely,
good
wouldn't it?
idea, eh? That's a really good idea. Be interesting to see what you all make once you start to get these home. Maybe different styles. Because maybe what you could then do, when it comes to backgrounds and that, instead of using your pattern paper or that, you could be creating your own backgrounds. You know, with your inks, maybe you want to be using them with your water reactive or your sparkle inks. You can 100% be doing that. But now that I've cut my aperture within the middle, what we can do is we can go back and finish assembling this bit. And then we're going to come along and we're going to add our door as well. Now there is a way in which you can hide the hinge of the door, and I'll show you this in a moment. So before I actually stick this one on to the side here, the door is actually going to go onto the side. Now if you wanted to hide the hinge, what you could do is trim this hinge quite small, And then what you could do is tuck it in to behind the aperture here. So tuck it in here. Obviously you'll have cut this down smaller, so you're not going to see this bit here. And then add that to the side of the box. Then that way the hinge of the door isn't going to be seen on the left hand side.
Awesome.
So that's one way. So if you're like, oh, I don't really want to see the hinge, then you can hide it. There's no issues there. It's all about disguising the workings. But what I am going to do, following the instructions, we're going to then bring in the door with the red liner tape, and then I like to assemble the box first, and then I like to come in with the little individual tabs and then pop them in separately. So coming in now to the side, we're going to pop that up to the side of our box.
Lisa Glenn says, my OCD was not liking that my set was incomplete. I'd gotten the main box and the 2 add-ons, but hadn't been able to get the first. All is well now in my world. There we are. Glad we were able to scratch that itch for you, Lisa.
Yeah. That's sigh of relief now, isn't it? I know what you mean, though. I get that. See, when things like that happen,
You just want it all, don't you?
You do.
I know I do. I can't only imagine it being like, Craig, there being 43 Eurovision songs and I can only listen to 39 of them. And 4 of the other 4 I can't listen to. That's how it would feel for me.
that's a good way of putting it as well.
It would drive me absolutely bonkers around the bend.
Yeah. Suppose I'd be the same with, I don't know.
Imagine if you couldn't watch the last half an hour at WrestleMania.
Oh no.
Oh, it'd drive you mad, wouldn't it?
That would drive me mad, yeah. That would really frustrate me.
Terry Lee Tyrrell says, Joe, I love the shirt. You're looking fresh and summery. Thank you, Terry Lee Tyrrell. That's very kind of you.
It is bright, isn't it? Your shirt.
It is
I
very
love the
bright.
bits of.
I'm channeling the summer.
Is it like baby blue? Is it a bit of mint or popping through?
It's I think we're orange with a little bit of baby blue and a little bit of peach in there as well. It's just a little something from Zara. Or as I call it, the Devil Wears Zara, as I like to call it now. Obviously the Devil Wears Zara. Like a play on the Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah. That's good.
People say, what is that? The Devil Wears Zara.
Is that your favourite?
I love that. Do you know what though, Craig? That film, great film, I love it. I watched it on a flight from Vietnam to Malaysia, and we came into land with 20 minutes still on the film. I've never seen the last 20 minutes of that film.
Have you not?
So I've got no idea what happens. And for years,
Joe.
this was like 5 years ago, for years I've been saying, I must watch the last 20 minutes of that film.
It's
never got around to it.
Absolute brilliant film. I love it. Absolutely love it. So funny. Wouldn't want to work for her, but so funny. Now here we are, I've popped the little tabs in underneath. Now you do get the template for 2 of them, but if you want to do 3, then you can do. If you really want to go to town on the layers, then you can. But then there is the construction. So if I go close up, here is the construction of the box, the pop-out box. Now if you're decorating the back with your pattern paper, I of course would do all of that before you assemble it. But then what you can do, if I set that one to the side, let's very quickly stamp and die cut a couple of icons, because that just means then that what we can do is show you within launch day the full step-by-step of all the demos that we've got planned in the show, and there's lots of different styles. Let's bring in my quick dry, and I need to bring in, what do I need to bring in? Oh, I've got my little acrylic block. Because they're nice and small, I like to use the acrylic block that I've got, Joe, but you could use your stamping platform.
You could indeed. Jenny loves my shirt as well. She just let me know, thank you. Approval from the boss, which is always lovely. It matches her nails. That's what we were just talking about. So I think maybe for launch day, I'll have lovely blue nails that match. Who knows?
Who knows?
Mary Lee says, Joe, the banter is always great. I start every day laughing at what you guys are doing and saying you have no idea how much joy you bring to our lives. How lovely is that?
What a lovely comment.
Such a gorgeous comment. So gorgeous. Is an aperture an English way of saying window? I guess it is, Craig.
I guess it is, yeah.
Anne says, not as bright and shiny as the blue one. I did feel like I was cheating on you a little bit yesterday, Craig, I won't lie.
You what, sorry?
Because the first time I got to give my shiny blue shirt an outing, you weren't here. And I was wearing it, but I did feel like, you know, I was kind of shiny, that's hard to say, shiny shirt cheating on you a bit.
Oh, because I wasn't here with
You weren't
my
here.
one.
I wasn't sure if it was something we only wore when we were in the building together.
Well, I do only wear it if it's a foil press show.
Well, that was the thing, see, it was a foil press show, and I know you weren't here, but I just felt...
No, you were quite right to wear it.
Okay, thank you. You weren't, you know, you weren't put out.
Not at all.
Oh, good.
Not at all. That's what it's for. It's for the foil press.
Always for the foil press. I can confirm they definitely are not breathable, Craig.
No, they're not. They are absolutely not.
I was definitely having a personal summer for both the hours I wore it for.
Yeah, it's rather warm when you're in them.
Had to hose it down. Had to hose it down afterwards. It's definitely wiped clean, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely wiped clean. That's for sure. It's just it's a funny material. It's a real funny material, the foil press shirt as it is now.
Mariah says, no, that wasn't a question, which is her favourite quote from Devil Wears Prada. Absolute genius.
Really, I just love the film. I love it. It's so funny. So funny when it comes to the storyline of it.
Isn't Meryl Streep an absolute superstar?
Cracking actress.
Isn't she?
Cracking
She's got
actress.
to be, well, surely one of the best actresses of our times, Craig.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. She really can turn her hand to so many different characters. What I've done here is I've only pinpointed a couple of them. The fairy, the unicorn, and well as the butterfly. You've got all these other ones. This is where you're building the scene, but within the box now. So what I've done is I've taken the three of them. Now, I'm going to randomly place these throughout. Now, keeping in mind, what we are doing is within the launch day show, this is when we are going to come along and do full, step-by-step, decorative, detailed demos. But within launch day and wake up call, what I wanted to do is creating the box isn't a time consuming part, but it is one that you do really need to know the steps for. So I thought, well, if we spend that time showing you how to do the box and wake up call, and then we can do lots of fun colouring and placing of the elements throughout launch day. But then what you can then do is start to build them up. As I say, if you want to do more little tabs, you can do. If you want to make them thicker, then you can do. But then this is where you start to build the scene. You're getting all of that dimension from the background, the foreground. You can have it as if it's 3D effect. You'd be colouring it in whichever colour mediums that you want. But this is how you make and construct the box, folds flat. When I say completely, always remember giving a couple of mils or so with all the layers, but then once you've finished and you've done the layering up, you get what is a super cool dimensional look that you've got into there. So very basic, simple construction of the box, and I will, at the request of many on Facebook Live last night, I will take pictures of the measurements I've done and pop it on my social media. But that is the cute character box. This is a stamp and die collection, 73 elements in total, where you're getting the, well, when I say the three choices, you've got the three of them in one. Wonderful woodland box, birthday bear box, and box filled with glitter. You're also getting that smoke plume quick dry ink pad. £25, $35 for
Just
a brand new
it's laughable,
product.
isn't it?
It
It's
is
laughable.
laughable on a brand new product launching today on launch day on Crafters TV, but the platinum price is £20, $28. Everyone's getting double point. Of course, you guys in Europe, just go to crafterscompanion.eu. All your information in euros will be right across there.
It will indeed. Already very busy on that. Lots of you shopping ahead for the entirety of the day. Michelle asks, great question, Craig. Good morning. Are the rectangle strips inside the box the same size as the pop-up box?
I don't know offhand, but that is a really, really good question. Really
I think the
good
pop-up
question.
box might be slightly wider, Craig, don't you?
Possibly.
Yeah,
Possibly.
we can check, can't we?
But
We'll
you know
find
what
out
you could
for
do?
you.
If it is wider, then that means that those panels are going to be wider, so cut them and then just trim them. Yeah. You can do it that way.
Absolutely. But all the instructions in there how you can score and create those anyway, which is fantastic. Right, I've got a lot of goodies over here for you. I'm going to move my coffee over there. Let me pop that down. Remember as well, even with that, everyone that places an order today for more than £10 or $10 or €10, after your discount comes off, you are of course going to get that free gift, which is not over there, it's over there, which is of course the All About You stamp set, which is excellent. So do grab that. Now, I wasn't meant to tell you about this, but you guys asked, and who am I to say no? Because it is, of course, the later Spectrum Noir goodie bag. Now, we had a bag yesterday. It sold out 38 minutes into the show, I think. We have less of this, and this one is incredible value. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one item in here, right, that is worth the entirety of the bag. Everyone that goes for this will get a set of Acrylic pencils in here. Now, these are worth $29.99 or $39.95. That is the cost of the entirety of the bag. So that's really essentially what you are paying for. So you're going to get those in here. Now, you're also going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 further items in this bag, right? I can't tell you what those items are. You're going to have to tune in and find out during our later Colour Me Happy show, because poke that one back down there. Because I'll get crucified if I show it to you now. I know that 10% of the stock is already gone. I would not be surprised to see this go, if not before the show, then very, very soon into it. I'll tell you what we'll do. If it goes before the show, then we will unbox it for you, unbag it for you at the start of the show. If you want it though, and you're placing an order today and you think, do you know what, I'll just wait till later and then decide, I'm not sure you've got that luxury. If you want to get your orders in, I can't believe £24 or $32 is like we pay you $8 to take the pencils and then we give you everything else that's in there. It's amazing value for money. Couple of other bits I want to highlight and share with you. Some paper pads that I've got on the show today, that are coming up today as well. This is brilliant. It is, if you love our textured cardstock, it's a textured cardstock collection. Now, George, is this the one we're a bit worried about the stock on? This is. How many are there, Georgina? So you've got to get the farmhouse in here. There's less than 250 of these to last the day. So you have also going to get the Woodland Friends in here, which is awesome. And you're going to get the OG, well no, this is not the OG, it's the Sunflower Tones that you're going to get. Now you're saving £20.97 on these, which is absolutely excellent. I've got stuff absolutely everywhere today, Craig. I don't know what's going on with me. What have I done with me? Where's me? Oh, here they are, down here. So you're saving £20.97 on these, which is excellent. Now that is basically the cost of getting one of these for free. It's actually slightly better than 3 for 2. It will sell out. When it does sell out, the other two, it's the Sunflower that's going to go first. When the other two sell out, you'll be able to come back and basically buy the other two, but it's going to cost you the same price as it is to get all 3. So if you love our textured cardstock and you want to get stocked up, then today is definitely a brilliant opportunity to allow you to do that. Now, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey, I've not actually heard Ben sing it. I only know it because I've heard all of you guys sing it. Now what you're going to get in here is you are getting the large foam pads and the small foam pads. I dread to think how many Craig's ordered of these. And you're also going to get the foam on a roll, 11.42 or 19.12 as platinum members. Double points, remember, which is awesome, and the free gift as well. Don't forget, very shortly also, because it is Father's Day on Sunday, we have got that video coming up of Ben. It's a bit of a sort of how well do you know your dad? So his 2 children are going to be asking him lots of questions. Let me know how many you think they're going to get right. I think it's 10 questions each that they have. Aisha says, Joe Remblance Crafts Companion, I need your teacup, the coffee cup, lanyard and water bottle. Can I get a bundle somewhere on some CC swag? Now that is a bundle that I need. I don't know that you can. I know the water bottle is still available in stock. You're sorry, you're getting a little bit of belly there, aren't you? Not quite sure what's going on there. You see that? There you go. I mean, there's plenty of belly left, Georgina, don't you say that? You haven't seen what's hiding under here. Lynn says, Joe, if they didn't want you to tell us about the bag, they wouldn't have given it to you. Lynn, you're a very bad lady. Evangeline says, oh, I love the aqua blends. Absolutely. And the aqua blends, I mean, they're going to last you a long time. Why not gift those if you already had them? Because you've got nine other items in here. Right, I'm going to organise this and sort out this wardrobe malfunction. Why don't I share with you how you can watch the shop at the same time, and also all the details of Club Inspire. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Craig, I've just realised it's the 18th of June today, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what comes out today? In the Heights, the musical.
The what?
I know. I can see how buzzing you are for it. In the Heights.
Oh, I thought you said Wuthering Heights.
Dun, 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 dun. It's basically, you know the guy that wrote Hamilton, Craig, Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's also in Mary Poppins. It was the previous thing that he did. It was like a smash hit musical in the US and in the UK, and it's in cinemas today. Oh. I know, what a time to be alive. Lots of you chatting away. Vicky Cook says, my delivery of tricolour pens has just been delivered. Rosalind said, just turn on the TV, and I've heard Joe singing Foam on a Roll. What a way to start the day. Good morning, everyone. I need to do something about this shirt, Craig.
Popping open?
Sorry?
Is it popping open?
I know, I have someone's eye out. Yeah, lots of you shopping ahead, really busy. It's very, very busy on that mystery bag, as I knew it would be. A lot of people are shopping. You know that great deal that we had on last night on the the tri-blend brush pens, Craig?
Yeah.
There's still some of those left, and a lot of people are shopping on them. The plan is that we'll feature them tonight in Colour Me Happy, but I don't know if that's going to be the case, Craig, at the moment.
Well, actually, I'm going to be using them a lot in launch day as
Are
well,
you?
with the cute character box. So, to say as well, the comments coming in as well, and I've seen them on my Facebook as well. Lots of you did jump on our website as soon as the products launched after seeing the Facebook Live last night. So I'm glad that you found it helpful to see exactly what you were getting last night, and we've done a bit of crafting at the same time. But what you could then start to do, if you want to, you could start to incorporate what we've got coming up next, that is coming up in Colour Me Happy with the boss. However, we are going to be having a look in launch day as well. And then we're going to be having a look right now. Our brand new glossy highlights from Spectrum Noir. Now, this Lovely, cute little bottle. Let me tell you, it does some amazing things. Now, within this one here, £5.99 or $6.95 for you guys stateside. Platinum on a brand new item, £4.79. $5.56. Everyone's getting double points as well. If you can, I did mention this at the start to the show, if you could maybe reach to getting a couple of bottles, trust me, it's something you're going to be using time and time again, because once you actually use it, and that's what we're going to do, we're going to go in with this and also look at the acrylic paints as well. But then these ones here, they're giving you that glossy accent. So once we start to pop them on, you'll see in a moment, it starts to dry clear. But what it also does, it gives you that kind of like protective finish too. So if you want to do, you know, like the eyes, maybe the raindrops, but you don't just have to do drops, you can start to spread over and do your coverage of area. You're able to even use it as an adhesive. I would say, just as a crafter, not to use it as adhesive, because to me that's wasting it. I want to use it all for giving you all of those additional accents as well. But it's non-toxic, it's acid free as well, so if you want to get the kiddies playing with it as well, as it's wet sprinkle glitter, then you can do. But this is the glossy accent, the glossy highlights. So these are giving you all different accents in your projects. What we're going to do is, I have got this glass jar. Now, what we're going to do is we're then going to bring in...
Why does this feel like the start of a magic trick?
It's a bit of a magic
And now
trick.
I'm going to make this glass jar disappear.
Well, I am making it disappear actually, because I'm going to use the glass jar for the acrylic paint. It's this that I'm bringing in with the glossy highlights. In saying that, you can still use your accents on lots of different mediums as well. I've brought in this finished sample that is from our Spectrum Noir Discovery kits. Now, I've already started to coat the centre. See how we're getting that gloss effect? So it's crystal clear. So within the hearts, within the middle, the centrepiece within the middle as well. And this has been coloured in with our Classic. So you can go over all your alcohol base. You've got your fine nozzle at the end. Now, it's already good to go once you receive it from home, so you don't need to be chopping off any of the end or anything like that. What's also really good, now I know it's going to be harder to see from in here, but right within the centre you've also got your protective cup that's then going to, it's kind of like cuddles the nozzle, Joe.
Oh, you're so cute, Craig.
Cuddles the nozzle.
Gives the nozzle a little cuddle.
And then that means it's not going to dry out. It means you're going to be able to use it straight away every single time. What I like to do is, before I go straight onto my project, I like to do a little drop or two on my glass mat to get the flow going. Now, on your glass mat, or even on the backing of your foam patch sheet, if you wanted to do a few, and what it does is, it levels itself out, but not to a flat level. What it does is, I start to pop this down. Initially, at first, it gives you a little sharp tip, but what it does is it gives you that kind of roundness to it. So you get that perfect
They're very
dome.
plump, aren't they?
Very plump indeed. And by doing it onto the backing of your sheets, once this dries, I can then peel them off and use them as additional accents if I want to onto my card or projects. But what you can do is go direct onto your projects. So if you've coloured in with a variety of different materials, I can then come along and I'm going to go in. Now, the thinner the layer, the quicker it'll dry. The thicker the layer, obviously, you need to leave it to dry a lot longer. And I like to put a good amount, and then I start to spread it out. So I'm going to come in, I'm working my way around the side, I'm working my way around the bottom, up the side, and then what I like to do is spread it out.
Craig, could we write with this?
You could.
You could, like, so you could spell a name or something like that if you wanted to?
Yeah, you could.
Oh, awesome.
Because you've got the fine nozzle, you can be doing that. And this is when it's dry, when it's wet, if you sprinkle glitter over the top, the glossy highlight will dry crystal clear, but then what you will then get is the sparkle coming all the way through.
Is it difficult? Are you applying a lot of pressure on that tube to get the product to run out, Craig?
Not at all.
Okay.
The way the bottle has been designed, what I can do is I'll show you, I'll finish that bit there. Now, the way the bottle is designed, you've got, it's thicker. When it comes to the plastic of the bottle, it's thicker at the top and the bottom.
Okay.
But it's softer within the middle.
Right, okay.
So you don't have to put a lot of pressure when it comes to the centre part here. It's a very, very light squeeze. Think of it, your sparkle pens, you know when you give them a light squeeze to get some of the sparkle to come out? That's how soft that you do it. It will instantly start to flow out on its own accord once you start to press. And then this is when you can work your way around, do your own little bit of colouring.
I just love the effect it gives you. It looks like you've gone in with a white gel pen, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Gives you that same kind of dimension. It's just beautiful. And great that it runs freely, but also you've got that control. You can see it doesn't look difficult for you to keep it within the lines there.
No, not at all. What I'm doing is I'm going up to the lines, and then what I'm doing is I'm spreading it out with the nozzle. It levels itself out, so if you do look there's a little bit of inconsistency, don't worry about it. It spreads itself out, but please don't think that it spreads itself to the point of it's completely flat. It doesn't. The dimensional height that you give it, it retains that, it just goes nice and smooth. I've been using this a lot over the last 2 or 3 days, Joe. Not once have I come across an air bubble.
Okay.
If you did, just take a pin and just pop the little bubble that appears in the glossy highlight. Pop it and then that will take it away. But even then, I've not come across one. And that goes to show the sheer quality of the actual glossy highlight.
Excellent.
And never be surprised when we say the word Spectrum Noir and the quality, because we know that's the best of the best, certainly coming from Leanne and the team. So you can change what is.
Look at that, it's like
really,
glass.
It's so nice and it makes a big difference.
It's a lot like, when you sometimes do like a triple or quadruple emboss and you really nail it, but maybe it can be a little bit fiddly to get that really loveliness. And sometimes actually, when you're embossing and triple embossing, you don't get it as crystal clear as that, Craig, do you? Sometimes it can be a little bit grainy or a little bit crackly.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, it just seems to lay down so simply.
It does, very simple. And before we've had this, you've heard me say on a number of occasions, if you want to get this effect, you can use our tacky glue, but I would always say that once it dries, it still dries with a little bit of cloudiness to it.
Right.
Now, you don't have that issue. We've now got the glossy highlights, which is designed to do exactly that.
And I'm guessing, Craig, the viscosity of this would make it much easier to apply than something like a tacky glue.
Yeah, exactly. Because, the tacky glue is designed as a glue adhesive to assemble your layers together. It isn't designed to give you a glossy highlight. It's one that you can start to use it, but it doesn't give you the crystal clear. Now you're coming along with the glossy highlights that is doing exactly that. It does go on slightly cloudy, which enables you to see exactly where you're going, but then it dries crystal clear. As I say, you can use it as an adhesive if you so wish. I personally would advise you not to, only because I don't want you to waste it.
Exactly, and I mean, you're laying quite a lot down here to demonstrate how easy it is, Craig, but I'm seeing like stamens on lilies accented with this. Yep. Like the glint of an eye, maybe raindrops, or you said, especially you've got things with like rain clouds in them and stuff, to have those little bits of glossy rain falling. It's really going to elevate and add interest, isn't it?
It is. And then going into your small characters from your cute character box, you start to add the glossy accents onto these. Now something like this, in this larger area that I've done, it would be, I'm going to say your cardstock, your image, it would be movable after about, say, half an hour, 40 minutes. I would always suggest they'll leave it overnight to dry. You could carry on working with it after about 30 to 40 minutes. But to actually post it and give it to people, I would then highly recommend, as you would do with anything wet, leave it overnight.
Someone is asking what it is in ounces. It's 2.1 fluid ounces, 60 mils. So we'll add that to the details for you.
So there is so many different characters, images, materials that you can be using it on, and the difference that it makes. I like to think of it as a newer version. Remember the old goggly eyes you used to get?
Yeah.
But it made them look kind of like scary and weird.
Yeah.
But now it's giving you that clear look straight into the character's eyes, or even into, you know, things like your mandalas or that you're going to be doing. So even there, close up.
That looks amazing on the mandalas. It's almost like a resin, isn't it?
It is. Absolutely like a resin, Joe. That's dry, that I'd done maybe about an hour before the show, and that's what's drying at the moment. But even then, it gives you that full impact of what it can do onto the cards. So something very, very straightforward and very easy to do gives you such that impactful punch when it comes to your projects, and something that is in a really nice dinky bottle. Don't worry about storing it in different ways, as I say, because you've got the inside of the cap that kind of hugs that top part. That's then going to enable it to not dry out. So that is that one being your glossy highlights that Sarah will be showcasing a lot more detail coming up in Colour Me Happy. $5.99 or $6.95. Platinum $4.79 or $5.56. Double points still included with them, with it being Members Week.
I've also got some questions coming in. Sarah H asks on YouTube, can you decant this into a smaller bottle like we do with some of the glues?
You can do, you can do. What you would just need to keep in mind is obviously the tip, the bottle is being designed for obviously the consistency of your acrylics, because we're ready to go into the acrylic, of your glossy highlights. But if you would rather pop it and decant it into another bottle, do that. Just make sure that your bottle you're using, you do have a perfect seal around the top. Otherwise, it's going to start to dry through the nib, and you don't want to waste it in that way either.
Awesome. A lot of people going for this as well. Hundreds of people have already pre-ordered this morning. Can't wait to see that in more depth a little later. Now this next one, Craig, I was so gutted that I didn't get to do these earlier in the week, because I can just imagine myself like decorating little tiles and stuff with these at home. I mean, I can't draw to save my life. Could we use these for a stencil, Craig?
Could you, sorry,
the
just
acrylic,
popping all the bits to the side there.
The acrylic paint markers, could we use them for a stencil, do you think?
Yeah, you could do, because what you could do is you could draw around the aperture parts of the stencils, and you can be doing it that way.
Oh, and then infill.
And then infill,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, great idea.
But then do that onto maybe your tiles. Get some inexpensive tiles. Maybe the home decor place are selling off. Or maybe the other day I'd done some onto coasters. It was slate coasters. You could be some plastic. It could be acetate. There are fabric, wood. There's so many materials that you could be using the next product on. And that, of course, is also sticking around with Spectrum Noir. This is our Spectrum Noir acrylic paint marker collection. So you're getting all 4 packs in total, 16 markers in total, all different colours, £25, $32. If you're platinum, £20 or $25.60. For you guys across in Europe, just you head across to crafterscompanion.eu. But we've touched upon a few things that you could use these with, Joe. But what you can then do is I've actually got, don't know if George, if we're able to have a look at this bit. Perfect, thank you. We will show you what you can be doing, because I've made this, I had to highlight all of these finished samples with acrylic marker, because they're gorgeous, they're bright, and they really do show off an array of mediums in which you can be using. What I will say though, I am not going to take any of them off, because I've got them well and truly secured and balancing. But you've got real thick canvases. This is a great big 12 by 12 canvas. This is material that's been drawn on and coated on, all using our acrylic markers. We go at the opposite side. This is a real hard book note journal that's been freehand drawn on. This one here is like your old style mini chopping board patch, like a cheese palette type.
Oh, like a paddle type thing.
Paddle, yeah. This has also been freehand drawn and gone round with the black acrylic pen that you've got here. This one here, I am going to lift this one up. This one,
is that a plate?
It's a bowl.
Oh, it's a bowl.
Bowl. We've gone out, so we've gone in with the pens, and we've just really quickly, we being the royal we, quickly just scribbled all the way around. So no neat lines, keeping it very, very fresh and bright.
Do you know what you could do with these, Craig? I'm thinking, you know that awesome technique where you mask off a card in strips, Craig, and then you basically like ink each strip and then remove it, so you just get those wonderful strips.
Exactly.
Imagine doing that on like an inexpensive vase or something like that, or even if it's like because in charity shops and stuff, you find vases for what, 50p, can't you? You can almost spray them white first or black or whatever you want to do, and then just with some masking tape, just put some bands on them. I think they would look epic.
There's so many ways that you can get. This is where, as I said at the start of the show, as well as our website, what to do, I would always recommend for things like our acrylic markers, even our glossy highlights, have a look at Pinterest. You know, there's lots of ideas out there. But I'm going to show you a few finished samples, and then what we'll do is we'll do a very quick little bit of colouring with them. But this is if you're creating your little gift boxes with acetate, something really simple, Joe, with using the gold and creating little circles, then you can be decorated in your own style. Here, if you are loving what the craze is at the moment by picking up any stones or pebbles.
Now, isn't this called geocaching?
It is it? Geocaching?
Geocaching, isn't it? Is that right? Where there's like, you go online and people have left like treasure in different places, and you have to like figure the clues to hunt it down. Apparently, like, it's a absolute craze at the moment.
Yeah, or if you have got little kiddies, or what you can then do, I know you can do them at schools and that, they all draw and design their own one, and then they put them side by side, and then it's all their own personal creativity, you know, all in a line with all these stones and that, drop them randomly at the beach and that for someone else to find. Lots of different things that you can be doing when it comes to your stones or any other brickwork, anything like that. But then maybe you've got your little tea light jars, you know, so if you've got battery operated tea lights, you can see here by decorating them. Maybe you want to do a personalised glasses case. You can do your own little artwork if you want. This one is being a thicker plastic bottle. So anything that you've got, maybe your smellies in, or anything that you've been gifted that you want to keep a hold of. Here's another tea light holder here. Lots and lots and lots of little circles that have been drawn.
That is amazing, Craig, that tea light holder.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then look at this bowl here.
That's awesome.
With a pen and going, a bit like spirograph, freehand going all the way around.
Do you know what, Craig? I could do with that. I need a little bowl for some bath bombs for my bedroom, for my bathroom. Yeah, I reckon I could get one of those inexpensive ones and just do that to it and make my own. I honestly went shopping, you know, I'll tell you what, I went to HomeSense to try and find one the other day. HomeSense, I don't know if you guys have TK Maxx in the States, I think. It's basically like the homeware version of that. Couldn't find one the right size. Didn't occur to me for a second, Craig, that I could have just bought a plain one and decorated it myself with these.
You could have. You know, you absolutely could have, no problem at all. Very quickly, because I know that I'm just running out on this segment here. What I've done is I've taken one of our past mandala stamps and I've stamped this onto a piece of our white smooth stamping card. Then I've taken a glass jar that I've got, and I'm going to roughly, nothing's precise.
Craig, this is genius.
I'm going to wrap this one in and make sure that it's relatively smooth, that I can then start to replicate. And then what I would do, of course, is I am for this one, close one.
Oh no.
For this one, I'm going to use a couple of our holders that I use for my phone and my iPad here, just to hold it into place. And then what we can do is let's come in with a couple of them. And I'm only going to do a little bit before we move on, but then what I'm going to do is take it home, and then I'm going to carry on and do more.
Now, also, the price for this for Platinum members, 20 divided by 16 is like what, £1.25, £1.30, something like that? Per marker. That is sensational, Craig, isn't it? Compared to what you'd pay for one acrylic, it's £1.25. That was a good guess, wasn't it? If you went to somewhere like B&Q or Bunnings or any of the hardware stores, Craig, I think you would be really hard pressed to get one acrylic marker for that price.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's going to be so hard. You know, you're going to be adding pounds on top of them, that is for sure. And I'm going to say it, Joe, because I know our quality of Spectrum Noir, the quality probably won't be even as good as ours.
A lot of people are asking about these on wearables and if they will wash off, Craig.
So you can use them on fabrics and materials. What I'm going to do, maybe Sarah will know, or I'm going to speak to Bernie about if we'll have to heat set them, or if we're going to wash them, you know, on a low temperature or on a cold temperature. But you can 100% use them on materials and fabrics and denims, etc., etc.
Awesome, that's always good. You're just going to have so much fun with these, you really are.
Yeah,
I've just got the idea, you know, if you get some vinyl, well, I'm guessing they'll go on to like vinyl type materials, Craig, will they?
Yeah.
So imagine getting some plain white vinyl bunting and then just decorating it with these, doing doodles and drawings and a whole host of different things.
Yeah, there really is so many different materials what I'll do is let's outline this one, colour it in, and then I can do the rest at home. Colour it in.
So much stuff in the day today, Craig. We're really struggling to cram it all in, aren't we, to this wake-up call?
Really, really are. But you would then use that as an outline. Now, any of your big background stamps that you've got that you can do exactly the same, stamp onto a piece of cardstock and then just wrap it around a jar or that. Another good one, if you are like me and you do like your Yankee candles or your other candles as well, once the jar's used, instead of popping it into the recycling, if that's
Craig,
what you do,
I always
clean
throw
it
them
out
away.
and then do exactly what we've done here. Really good way of doing it.
Absolutely fabulous. Love those, Craig. Brilliant. And the price is great as well, isn't it, Craig? I mean, what a deal you've got on those. Again, you'll be seeing more of those in Colour Me Happy a little later. Just to let you all know, we're going to have a little look now at that incredible video that Ben has sent into us. It is Father's Day here on Sunday in the UK. So he's been playing a little quiz with his kids at home, George and Daisy, and we're going to see how they got on.
So I've been asked to do a Father's Day quiz, and I've got a great prize up for grabs for either George, say hello, hi, or Daisy.
Hey.
It is a quiz about me, and what I'm going to do is ask you guys 10 questions, and you have to write down the answer, and whoever knows me the best wins an amazing prize. Are you ready to play? No.
Sure.
He doesn't want to be it. Right, okay. So the first question is, what is the name of my childhood teddy bear? What is the name of my childhood teddy bear? Hold yours up, George. What have you written?
Bashful.
Bashful. Daisy, what have you got?
Bashful.
Bashful is the right answer. Make sure you hide your work, do the thing that you do at school. That's it. Okay, so it's 1 point each. Thank you. You like Bashful? No. Oh, thanks. Okay. Okay. Question number 2. Even though I lived in Devon most of my life, where was I born? George, hold yours up. Manchester. Daisy. Manchester, 2 from 2. Whoa! 2 out of 2. Right, this next one, you won't need paper, but you will need to get up, okay? So, go and get me my favourite fruit from the fruit bowl. It's currently in the fruit bowl right now. So go carefully. There you go. What you got? Orange.
Apple.
Orange is my favourite current in the fruit bowl. So George takes the lead. 3-2. Just put those there. I'll have them in a minute. All right, 3-2. Okay, next question. You'll both get this one. Okay, what is my weirdest phobia? Okay, what you got, George?
It's the ice cream stick.
Ice cream sticks. I'll give you that. What have you put? Lolly sticks is right. That is the right answer. So George, that's 4-3. Okay. Right, next question. Question number 5. What would I say is the best meal that I cook? What would I say is the best meal that I cook? Okay, hold it up, hold it up, hold it up.
Fish pie.
Fish pie. Fish pie. Fish pie is the right answer. That's 5-4. All right, next one. You're gonna have to head that way.
That way?
Yeah. Get me a bag, please. That's very rude, isn't it? Get me a bag of my favourite crisps.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I think I know.
What you got?
Cheese and onion.
Cheese and onion is the right answer. Chips, of course. Crisps, chips. Chips. It's called chips in America. You know that? Yeah, you know that. Yeah, okay, good. So 6-5. Next one. What is my favourite colour? What is my favourite colour? Full on. Here. Okay. What you got? Hold it up. Blue is right. George didn't know you knew me so well. Never really talked to me. Right. Okay, this is a good one. What is my life motto that I say to you guys quite a lot? So what you got?
Work hard, play hard.
What you got? Work hard, play hard is right. She's not copying you. It's like being back at school, so I sit forward a bit. Right, next one. So you're leading 8-7, right? Oh, no, this is it. What is my current all-time favourite movie? All right, what have you written down?
I did Paddington.
Paddington, what have you done? Oh, you both spelt it wrong, but yeah, Paddington 2 more specifically. But because I'm nice, I'm going to give you both one.
No.
Yeah. So that is, you're in the lead by 1 still, aren't you? It's the final question. Okay, so what would I say, right? In my opinion, what is best, my jokes or my impressions? What would I say? You think? Or okay, what have you got? Impressions. Jokes. My jokes are better than my impressions. You get that right, Laura. Laura got that right. So, so we're down to the tiebreaker. So whoever gets this right wins an amazing prize for Father's Day. I don't think you will. But hopefully you won't, because I haven't got a second tiebreaker. So here we go. And tiebreaker is this. In cricket, what is my highest ever batting score?
I know this.
Right, well make sure George doesn't see it. So in cricket, what is my highest ever batting score? It's the most I've ever scored.
I don't know.
If you
with
go
the bat.
down,
Well, it's whoever's closest.
Yeah,
It's a tiebreaker. Whoever's closest to the actual score. Don't look. It's
I
very tense. It's very tense. If you'd have looked when you'd gone in there to get the crisps, you'd have seen my trophy, which is proudly displayed. Right, okay. Daisy, what you got?
111.
111.
just 120.
120. One of you's got it right. And Daisy has got it correct, which means Daisy is the winner. And do you want to hear what your amazing prize is that I got sorted for you?
What?
Well, what it is, because we were talking about Father's Day, it is to make me breakfast in bed. Yay! What do you think of your prize? Good? Great? No? Well, you've won the quiz. Congratulations. You can help her as well. You were going to do that anyway, right? No? No? Charming.
I've totally thought the prize was going to be 2 bags of cheese and onion crisps, an
did
apple and an
too.
orange. That's what we were both saying, and there's what you won. How adorable was that? So much love for Ben and the family for sending that in. Yes, it is, of course, Father's Day on Sunday here in the UK, and it is in the US as well, I believe, too. Mariah says, what in the name of all that's evil is fish pie?
Oh,
It's
love fish pie.
Oh, it's delicious. So it's a white sauce with mixed fish in it, and then rather than having like a pie filling or a crust, it has piped mashed potato over it. Sometimes a little bit of cheese, maybe a few breadcrumbs, and then cheese and breadcrumbs and herbs for me, Craig. I don't know about you.
I can take or leave the breadcrumbs, but definitely cheese. Definitely grated cheese on the top, nice and crispy. Oh, my mum makes me fish pie actually.
Yeah, absolutely delicious. I need to quickly go back to that mystery bag. It's really busy, getting a bit concerned about the stock, as I knew we would be. We do have less of today's bag than we did of the Craig bag yesterday. Just to let you know what you're getting in here, you will get some Acrylic pencils. They are worth the same as the entire bag. So you're paying for this, and then you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's lots of goodies in here. 6, 7, 8 more items, essentially free of charge, which is amazing. However, just in this wake-up call alone, a quarter of that stock has sold out and gone. Very, very busy on that. The last one, the one we had yesterday, it sold out about 35, 40 minutes into the show. So this one going the same way. Craig, have you got anything you want to pop into demo of the show?
Yeah.
What, I can't remember what you've done now.
Well, we've done the box, didn't we?
We did the characters, didn't we?
We did that one, a basic character box, yeah.
But you're going to do a better character box in the later show.
Oh yeah.
So do you want to put something forward or? No. Okay. we won't bother. We won't bother, no? Or if you're going to do something fabulous now, we could put that in.
Do you know what I'll put in?
What? Oh yeah, there you go. Boom.
That'll do. Boom. Boom.
Nice. That'll
Put
go
that
in.
one in.
That can go in. Brilliant idea. We'll put that forward for the demo of the show. Any last questions or comments you've got, get them into me. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. A very, very busy day coming up. You can see all the details of how you can get in touch just there. Right, Craig, what's next?
We are now also having a look in Colour Me Happy with Sarah and yourself, Joe. And this is all about our Discovery Kit. This is our 9-piece collection in total, 135 elements. Now, $98.95 or $136.75, but we don't want you to pay that if you're platinum. Platinum, $79.16 or $109.40. You of course get your double points, you'll get your free gift as well. And this is kind of like a complete collection. So you have got your advanced ones. So these are the ones that you are, now I say advanced lightly because if you're a beginner you can absolutely go straight into the advanced because you get the step by step. Each of them have been brought to you with instructions and ideas and tips from individual artists. But then you do have the smaller bundle as well. So if you maybe want to start with that progress, then you can do, but then really nice for Secret Santas or birthday gifts, or maybe just to pop into the stash if you so wish. Now the card that I done the glossy highlights on is part of the Masterful Mandalas, and these are the sort of looks and effects that you can get. Now these ones with the Masterful Mandalas, they enable you to create these gorgeous 3D looked images, but they're 3D by making it look as though each of these components are on individual layers. So for where we've got the design here where my pinky is, that's going to be right down on the bottom layer. Then we go into this one here, this is going to be a next layer up, into a next layer up, getting higher, as if it's going to be like a decoupage effect, but you're doing that in colour. And then what we've also got, we've got things like our illustration kit that enables you how you can then start to do your incredible colouring with your illustrating pens. Then you can go into the adventures in colouring. And if you like to just go out and just release yourself when it comes to colouring, then this one is a perfect one for you. Sticking along with the same collection, we can see in this one here, how fun are these? Now this is giving you the skin tones, the hair weaves, they're giving you the backgrounds, the dimension, the depth, all the different effects that you can be doing. Then on this one here, what we're doing is we're going in back into the illustration, art of illustration once again. This is about more so of your Illustrator pen, so you're getting that flicking technique as well as the building of all the individual depths. Also the same on this one here, the art of illustration. Lots of different ways that you can use them by following each of the techniques within the boxes. And then as you start to work on them, gain the confidence and then progress, what you can start to is incorporate it into all your other crafting out there. If you've seen myself and Joe a couple of weeks ago on Colour Me Happy, which was all about the discovery sets, you will have seen me start this image here, and thankfully I've kept it because what we can do is a little bit more here. Now what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to build up the shading, and I am, for time wise, really only going to get a tiny little bit. I'm going to go in with a pen. Now this one that I'm using is the Small Discovery Kit, manga and comic for this one here. And this one, this is all about, okay, so let's take that one out of the way. The manga one is not actually in that one, so we won't be looking at that one then. So you do happen to have all your other ones that are within the set there. So what we can do is we'll be able to have a look at the pack shot as to the ones that you do actually get. So here we go in a lot more detail. Your advanced in colours, art of illustration, masterful mandalas. You get your blended mandala, creative colouring, watercolouring. You also get your illustration, your modern calligraphy, and then you also get, can't quite read that orange one on the top right hand side, concept design within that one there. So these in total are your Discovery Kit 9-piece collection. This is where you've got your 135 elements in total within these ones here. The price wise being $79.16 or $109.40 for you guys that are platinum. What we're going to do is if I bring in a few of these finished samples from the sets that are on the screen as well, so we'll show you some more ideas. We've got past shows on Crafters TV where we feature all of the collections that are on your screen. So as well as following Sarah on Colour Me Happy later on today, you can always go back and you can work on your different techniques, because there's past shows that we've actually had the artists in the studio or coming through the joys of technology. So between being live in the building and also, you know, via Zoom or Skype, you can then follow along there step by step. Each of these boxes have all been individually put together by the artists themselves. So a last couple more to show you within these ones here. What to say as well is if you already have our Classic pens or our tri-blend pens, even our Classic pens, what you will find is the pens that you get within the Discovery sets, you will already have them if you've got the complete collection. What I like to say, because I'm one of those, I've got the Classics as well as the tri-blends, but what I like about having these ones as well is I don't need to go and dig out all of the pens from my set. What I can do is I can then go into these ones here. I can go into these boxes that you've seen on your screen here and know that I can follow step by step. The pens that I need are in that box. I don't have to go to my unit. I have to take out all the individual pens. So it is worthwhile, if it's something you're interested in, going for these ones, because then everything is nice and compact. The pens, even art liners as well. You've got the step by step, and then of course you've also got the colouring sheets too. So that is your Discovery kit, 9-piece, 135 elements, platinum $79.16 or $109.40 for that one there. But that's not the only colouring thing that we've got coming up for you. Joe's even got some more that he wants to tell you about.
I have indeed, but I've just dropped my pencils. There we go.
No.
Oh no. Yeah, that mystery bag that I keep mentioning to you, so busy on this, not sure if we'll make the show. Remember, the pencils that you're getting in there are worth the entirety of the actual mystery bag itself. So make sure you grab it. Right, how are we doing for the stock on this mystery bag, Georgina? 30% now, almost a third of the mystery bag has gone just in this wake up call preview. I haven't even shown you what's in there. If it does sell out before the actual Colour Me Happy show, Colour Me Shappy, then we will. Hey, I'm Shappy. We will show you what is in there, which is fantastic. Who was asked? Rhiannon says, can I please ask which markers are best for a beginner? Great question, Craig.
Really good question. Personally, I would say the tri-blend, because you've got all shades within the one pen. I know some will say the Classics. What I would just do is go back, have a look at past Crafter TV shows where there's been Sarah, there's been Leanne that's gone step by step through them. As I say, personally, I would say the tri-blends, because you've got the colours that you need and all three shades are all contained within the one pen.
Absolutely, and you've got that amazing deal for Members Week on those tri-blend brush pens. It's an incredible discount. And it is kind of the, you know, sometimes like you see a product, don't you, Craig, and you think, I do need them, but I don't need them now, so maybe I'm just going to bide my time. I'm going to wait for the deal on something. Those tri-blend brush pens, it is the deal, but we don't have anywhere near as many of those again as we'd like. I think we'll probably see them go in that later Colour Me Happy show.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised whatsoever. There we go. It always surprises me how quick
it flies by.
Wake Up Call just flies by. Absolutely fly by. I'm not going far though, because myself and Joe, we're coming back and we're going to be doing launch day today. So we've given you the bit of the preview with the cute character box. So we'll do demos step by step coming up in launch day. That'll be 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Pacific time. Then what Joe's going to do, himself is going to come back with Sarah. The boss says she is in the building, but we do believe she's in meetings, isn't she? Her door's shut.
She's doing important things that important people do.
She is. But she has got one more important job to do before the day is out on this Friday, Crafters TV, and that is Colour Me Happy. So we've gone through some incredible things that you're going to be able to see. You've got your brand new glossy highlights. So within these ones here, you know, you can add all the pinpoint detail. Maybe it's to the eyes. Maybe you want to do your raindrops. Maybe you're wanting to do larger coverage. You get that kind of cloudy look when it comes to your pens, however, or your coverage, but what you do is it dries crystal clear. Then Sarah's going to be having a look at the brand new acrylic pen markers. These ones here, of course, are on different materials. And then you've got the Discovery kits. Have a lovely hour and a half. Thank you so much, Joe.
Pleasure.
And we will see you shortly for launch day. Bye.
Bye.